that I just think we can't ignore, right? And when that happened, if you look at a place like my colleague worked in Enanda, lived in Enanda, and worked at Kagasi, and she said that people marched to the spa. They fucked the spa up. Then they marched to the Shell garage and the engine garage, and they tried to steal the petrol, and that out to the whole garage quarter, right? Then they marched to the depot where the trucks were, and they burnt the trucks. And as a result, I cannot get to work today because I've got no petrol in my car, and the nearest garage is 15 kilometers away because this is the only garage on my route between X and Y. There's nowhere to buy groceries. I've now got to go and shop for the groceries somewhere in Umhlanga.
These were local
because
people.
These were local people. They up the spaza shops, the spa. This is where everybody in that community buys their groceries. So the first people to be affected will be themselves if that happens. That's problem number one. Problem number two is it's impractical. It would be impossible to mobilize that many people in vehicles. You see, they'll have to come on foot. And coming on foot is very slow. So anybody, even pops, our South African
police,
very local. Our police will stop them way before that because there are measures that our security cluster, there's guys in private security, 3,000 of them will end that thing in 2 hours. So I don't believe that that'll ever happen. But the most vulnerable on the outskirts will obviously be a target. But as I say, I believe that the people will target each other first, which is sad because it'll be the strong ones targeting the weak ones. And nobody wants that, including the strong ones.
Do you think there could be civil unrest? I think it's highly unlikely.
There could be civil unrest, but it'll be similar to the July riots.
And it'll be very localized. It won't spread across the country.
No chance. And even if it spreads across the country, it'll spread most vulnerable, outskirts first. But in the metros and in the hubs, there's no way they're going to come into Cape Town CBD and do anything. No ways. They'll make it maybe from the airport there halfway across that highway and then also get tired, they'll go home. Also, like I listen to a lot of our politicians say, we're prepared to die. I'm like, really? Try dying, then tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no way you're prepared to die. That's a strong statement to make.
So, Warras, you're a dynamic, young, intelligent, good-looking, human, hot South African.
Yeah. I'm a Bali now.
You're not a Bali. Are you married? You got kids?
No, I'm not married.
Single?
I've got 3 kids. I've got 2 boys with my ex-girlfriend, first baby mama. One is 16 and the little one is 11. And then I've got a middle son as well with my second baby mama. He's 14. So 3 boys, no girls. I'm working.
And where is that school?
2 are at Pinnacle College in Linden, which is in Johannesburg. Pinnacle College is like one of these Curo type chains. Okay. But Pinnacle is expensive, I must be honest.
And that's good at sport, good at academics?
Good at sport, but lazy. Good at academics. I'd say my eldest really applies himself. That guy, he's got a tutor that he operates with. He said, no, Dad, I need a tutor for this. When he asks me for something, I move heaven and earth to get it for him because he's the type of guy that, like, if I supply him with the tutor, he will maximize on how much.
So if he says he wants a book, you get him the book because you know he's
and I know the result that he comes with at the end of these exams for maths and physics is going to be amazing because I've given him all the tools he needs. The little one is a genius. He's got some sort of photographic memory. He's left-handed. And the middle one is also really, really smart. I mean, in his younger years, he was like top 3 in his class. So they're very good. And they're good boys. They don't misbehave. They're very well behaved. I was actually speaking to Prince about it earlier, where I was saying, the importance of being a father, having a father figure in your life, rather, cannot be understated. Like I look at my kids and I listen to people tell me about their kids who are like a similar age. I had my granddad. My dad passed away in 1994. So I was like 8.
And your granddad was part of your life?
My granddad was my oak. Yeah, he's part of my life till beyond matric. Then he passed away. But I think the lessons had already been instilled at that stage. Also, like I'd say I've never really been somebody that's for drugs. I drink, but I've never abused alcohol. I don't have any vices per se. I smoke a vape. I used to smoke cigarettes. So I'm a good boy for the... No vertical vices. But 3 lights is good. Too bad.
Couple of horizontal vices.
But I'll probably will get married. Just find a wife. Yeah. They're few and far between these days. Streets are full of hoes. But
didn't you say that on Twitter X?
I did, and I meant it. Then there's 20 other oaks that have pulled up
We had Ethan on set on Friday nights, little young man who maybe one day we'll see on the same stage. Troy, Alice, we're with you today, and it breaks my heart, Ethan, to call you to stage to speak about your dad.
My dad, Warwick Thomas Robert Stock, was the most beautiful person to grace this country. My father always did everything in his power to make sure me and my family were okay and sound. Regardless of how he felt or his financial situation, he always made a way and had a plan. As a TV host or podcast presenter or DJ, he never failed to bring joy and smiles to the people listening and the people with him. Even if he knew what he said was controversial, he only spoke the truth. And obviously there would be people who disagree with what he says and his views, but he stood by what he thought was right. And that's the true definition of a courageous and resilient man. As a dad, however, my father was the complete opposite of how the media portrayed him. My father was the life of the party and the brightest light in every room. Whenever we needed someone, he was there. I remember when I was in hospital for 10 days. And throughout those 10 days, my father was with me. From 6 in the morning to 9 at night, whether you were sworn at by the security or the nurses, he stayed with me. He was there when I needed him the most. Whenever we needed guidance and whenever we needed advice, he was always there because he was the wisest in the family. Whenever we needed anything, he was always there to provide and give us what we wanted. He spoiled us all. He was always nice to everyone. He never acted like he was above anyone. He just acted out of pure love and respect for everyone. He was always kind and light-hearted. That was my father. My father was my hero. He's the person I look up to. He's my inspiration. He was my rock and my foundation. My dad's legacy will live through me and my little brothers, and I'll do everything in my power to make him proud. I love you, Dad. And I hope justice is served. Thank you.
I just want to take a moment to thank every single person who has shared today, shared your words, shared your memories, and shared your hearts. Really, what we've heard today reminds us that Warwick was deeply loved, treasured. He had impact in all of our lives, whether we knew him personally or experienced him through his work. To Warras, his family, his friends, his loved ones, thank you for allowing us the honor of walking this journey with you. To remember our Shirley Looker. To everyone who knew him, you all knew how much love and positivity he had to give. So today I remind you to please be kind and love one another, and that we keep his legacy alive. We'd also like to take a moment to thank Marvin and PH. A huge thanks to the venue, the Galleria, for accommodating us today.